Press record. Cool. I think we should be good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the God Next podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell Baldwin, with my co-host, Donovan Moore. How you feeling, Dono?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. What's going on? Spring break living?
Yes, sir. Down here in South Carolina, let me give y'all a little pan in the room right quick. Got the full size bed. Yeah, man, we chilling.
Yes, sir.
You on spring break?
Nah, next week.
Okay, cool. Oh, I saw you. It was your birthday. How was Jamaica, bro? Let's talk about that.
We can talk about that off screen.
But all right, y'all. Today we're gonna be getting into some NBA topics. We're gonna be talking about Blake Griffin to the Nets, how big of a move that is, and then as well as the buyout market for these bigs, because it's a lot of bigs available and a lot of teams that want them. So we'll see what team they'll best fit on. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, all of that type of stuff, and enjoy the intro.
Yeah.
You ready, Playboy?
Yo, turn it up, Slay. I can't hear nothing.
So to open up the show today, we'll be talking about Blake Griffin to the Brooklyn Nets. So this news broke about a few days ago. I'm not really sure how many days exactly now, but how do you feel about the Blake Griffin move to the Nets?
I mean, it's not the same Blake Griffin we once saw from the Clippers. Is he terrible? No, he's not terrible. But what Brooklyn needs is defense and shooting. And I'm not the smartest man in the world, but one thing Blake Griffin can't do is shoot.
Right.
So, I mean, if anything, it's just another body out there. I don't really like it because I feel like he's taking minutes away from guys like Jeff Green, who will probably be a better fit for Brooklyn. But, I mean, that's how the NBA is now. Teams want to get top-heavy loaded with stars, and then they don't really have that needed bench depth where everybody knows their role in order to win championships. So I don't like it per se.
I don't think it was a forward move by any means. I think it was a lateral move. They just moved slowly to the right. They didn't go up. They didn't go down. Like, they're not a better team, not a worse team. It was just, I don't know. I feel like they're just stirring up their bench depth because, Nick Claxton, while he's, a decent body or whatever like that, he doesn't have as much experience as Blake Griffin, and he doesn't have as much to, I guess, play for per se, because kind of like Blake Griffin's on a big contract, and like I know he wants to like continue to play in the NBA, so like he has to play up right now, and like he has to really prove to the NBA that he's still worth it and that he can still contribute on a team, basically not even a championship team, but can just contribute on any team at this point. So it's a good move for Blake Griffin. As far as the Nets, I don't love it because he's coming off the bench anyway, so like I don't really know what they're expecting from him. Like, they're just going to get him the ball in the post. He'll be able to do something. Like, I don't know what they're expecting, really. So, I don't know. I don't love it, but it is what it is. The Nets.
Do you think that puts them above the Lakers, that move, or no? I don't think so.
A healthy Anthony Davis is not anything like to sneeze at. You know what I mean? So, I think that Nets, man, that's all I got to say. The Nets. Last night, they beat the Celtics handily, and Jaylen Brown looked terrible. And Kyrie looked great, and they don't even have KD yet, and they've been destroying teams, bro. Like, it's not even close. Like, the Nets.
I feel like it's gonna be a different ballgame when the playoffs start.
I agree.
Like, the game's gonna slow down. So I want to see what they do when they got pressure against them. I want to see them go up against Philly. Actually, I want to see them go up against Boston in 7 games. It was Marcus Smart first game back as well. So
they're still trying to incorporate everybody, and they're obviously they're not done making moves, which is what we're going to talk about next. But let's stick with the Nets right now. The Nets are hot. Like, it's kind of crazy watching them play. It's really it's like
definitely
people can't do anything with Kyrie, and Harden is just. Harden doing what he has to do, like it's crazy, man. I really think the Nets have a great chance this year, and I'm changing my tune from the beginning because now I'm watching them and I'm like, wow, like if they just put KD in this, like it's crazy.
I'm
not. Teams in the East they can't even contend with Harden and Kyrie, bro. Like what are you do when KD is there? What do you do? Like it's crazy.
I don't think I can change my tune. If the Lakers get PJ Tucker, I'm doubling down. I still got Lakers.
I'm not saying that the Nets are my favorite, but I am saying that they have a chance to win it this year. Because
definitely. I have to give them that.
I'm like, man, I don't know. Especially if
Yeah.
Anthony Davis don't come back healthy. Like it's not looking good right now for the
At
NBA.
all.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk about the buyout market. We were talking about the Celtics just now. So they are
Yeah.
looking for, what do you think the Celtics need, first of all? Let's talk about that.
They need an interior presence.
Because I feel
So
like
Andre Drummond would be ideal.
right.
That would be ideal because I like Robert Williams. Robert Williams is athletic. He blocks shots. I like Robert Williams. If they could add Andre Drummond to that mix with Williams and Tristan Thompson, then that's not bad. Like that's serviceable because you got to remember, Boston probably has to worry about Philly and Brooklyn because Embiid is basically having an MVP caliber season, to
Yeah.
tell you the truth. And then you got Miami playing great basketball now, and then Adebayo. So you got to worry about those two. So I think in order for the Celtics to make some noise, they got to get Drummond or somebody.
I feel like there's some sort of disconnect between the Celtics fan base and like the Celtics organization. Because right now they're looking for no, seriously though, because right now they're looking for like Jeremy Grant and Harrison Barnes. And it's like
You don't need
need
that.
another forward. Like I don't see that. Like I don't see them needing another forward. Like if a Celtics fan hears this, like please let me know if you guys need another forward or a center. Because I think you need
Right.
a center. And I've been saying that for years. I don't know what
Yeah.
bringing. Well, they're saying they're bringing in like Harrison Barnes or Jamie Grant, somebody that can run the four. It would put Jason Tatum back at the 3, and then Jaylen Brown could run the 2, and then I think it would be Kemba at the 1. So like they're trying to change back to that
Mhm.
lineup, but like if
Who
you
would be the
can't-
5?
that's my thing. Like it would be Robert Williams is what I'm thinking, but I think that you need another big. That's really what I
Yeah.
think. If you can get like Jeremy Grant and like Andre Drummond, perfect. Like that's cool. You get an extra
That's best case scenario. Yeah.
best case scenario, you get both. But it's like if you need to get one or the other, why are you looking for a forward instead of a center? For me, anyway. But if
Exactly.
they do need a center, how do you feel? Who do you think fits best for them? You said Drummond.
Yeah, I would have to say Drummond because of just like we've seen what Drummond could do. Even in Cleveland, what was he putting up like nights where he had 20 and 20?
14 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like in Boston with more talent, obviously, than they have in Cleveland. He could probably Boston really just needs him to set picks, rebound, dunk the ball. Nothing else. He don't need to worry about anything else. So I feel like he could thrive in that role because from this point to his career, all we've seen him do excel at is really rebounding and dunking the ball. So if he can continue to do that, that's what Boston needs. So it's like and he's a good rim protector too. So
They're also rumored to be looking at Vucevic. So how would you feel about Vucevic on the Celtics?
he would give them more firepower offensively. Definitely offensively. I don't know. Vucevic he's serviceable on the defensive end, but I feel like Boston, they're good offensively. You got
Right.
Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kemba. So it's like that's already 3 guys who can average 20 plus.
Right. And that's why I think there's a
So,
disconnect. That's what I'm talking about. Like
yeah.
I don't understand it. Like why are you looking for Vucevic when you think you need more offense? Like that's
Yeah.
I don't get it. But
In order to win the East, if they want to have a shot at winning the East, they need defense. Because Brooklyn can put up we've seen they can put up 130 a night, like it's without KD.
Right. Easily.
So what they're gonna do with KD?
Right. That's what I'm
So,
dude. All right. So and then LaMarcus Aldridge just got dropped by the Spurs. So how do you think about LaMarcus Aldridge on the Celtics since we're already on the topic?
that's an interesting one because he's older and he's not really that mobile.
Yeah, what do you like? What is the market right now for LA? Like, where do you see him going exactly?
And
Like, I think man, because people were saying the Trailblazers, right? And it's like I don't know if that's a great fit. I really don't think that they need more post looks. That's not what I think.
because they got Nurkic.
You
But
already
Nurkic is always
Nurkic. You got Cantor off the bench still, who was playing great for them, by the way. I think he was averaging 13 and 13 while Nurkic was out.
Yeah.
And then it's like they have like Derrick Jones Jr. They have Melo who already posts up. So it's like you need another, like I don't know where LA should go really. Like
I can't even think of a team that needs them.
The Suns were also another one that was rumored, and I can see that kind of. So yeah, I can see LA right there. I can see LA on the Suns. I'm not gonna lie, I like that spot.
Yeah. It would probably be hard for him to start in Phoenix though, because it's like the way the NBA is now. You can't have 2 big men starting like that. Not Ayton and Aldridge. That's pick and roll all day. And the way people switch now, that's just
That is
pick
true.
and roll.
It is true. That is just pick and roll the whole game. I agree. but I don't know. Maybe it could work. I don't know if
But
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Phoenix would be solid though.
You see,
That'd be
Phoenix
a
would be
solid
solid.
one.
That's like my top team.
What about Toronto?
Toronto is another. That's another sleeper because I know that they were also looking at Andre Drummond
Yeah.
and a few other guys. I don't know. So yeah, what's your favorite landing spot for LaMarcus Aldridge?
Now that you said Phoenix, that probably makes the most
Like
sense.
Phoenix.
Because Portland has a bunch of big men, but they have injury issues every year. Zach Collins is always hurt.
Yeah,
Nurkic is always hurt.
right.
So
That's
Phoenix will
Zach
probably
Collins too. Yeah, I like that. That is the fact. Yeah, Zach Collins is always injured. That's facts.
always hurt.
Yeah, I just
Always
realized
hurt.
that's the guy who's even on the team. He's injured. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Always hurt.
that's insane.
So
So
yeah, probably Phoenix. I would have to go Phoenix. That's a good one.
so next let's talk about PJ Tucker. And it came out last night that he was supposed to play last night and didn't play. The Houston Rockets lost 14 games in a row now. He's just upset with the organization and he would like to move. So where do you think PJ Tucker should go? We've talked about this before. I still like the Nuggets. I still like the Nets, and I like the Heat. I love the Heat. I love the Heat actually.
But I feel like with the Heat, Duncan Robinson shouldn't have to be available to get PJ Tucker.
I don't love Duncan Robinson anymore.
Really?
I think we should have got rid of him when he was like at his height, really. Because like even when Duncan Robinson was being effective, it was more off of like handoffs. Like Jimmy Butler handed off to Duncan Robinson and he's open for a few seconds and then like we'll shoot it. But like they've kind of figured Duncan Robinson out so far.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I don't want our offense always having to be handoffs because that's literally how we were winning in the bubble last year. I don't know how we were doing it for so long. It's pick and rolls and handoffs. So I don't know. I kind of want more people that could do one-on-one. And I think Tyler Hero is he's more versatile. Like he can run the point guard, he can pass, like he can dribble pretty well. Like Duncan Robinson is one-dimensional. He really is.
He's just out there for shooting because he can't play defense either.
Shooting, can't play defense. Like
yeah,
he's a good passer. Like he's sometimes a good driver.
Yeah.
Like he's not as consistent as Tyler Hero. So like really, we got rid of Duncan Robinson. I don't love him. And then the Myers Leonard thing that came out, bro.
That's just I don't know. That's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what the Miami Heat are doing right now, but we're winning. We're doing.
I don't know.
You're now 50.
But y'all winning basketball games, yeah. And it's like Myers Leonard doesn't even play a big role in your team. I'm surprised he wasn't cut. Save you some money.
Why did we give him an extension, bro? We didn't even play him in the bubble, really. Like, why would you give him an extension after that? That doesn't make sense. But I don't know. After his contract is over, he is not re-ing up with us. I can tell you that right now.
Nah, no way.
And I can't wait for it.
No way.
So next up,
no way.
You're talking about PJ Tucker still. So what's your favorite landing spot for PJ Tucker?
It's got to be the Lakers. If you're the Lakers, you got to make this move. I don't think the Lakers really need a big.
Who's get PJ Tucker?
That's what I'm saying. Because that's the last thing they need. Because they have enough. They have enough interior depth. People think like Marc Gasol is not playing well. You got to realize Marc Gasol, he's for the long haul. He's for the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. Like he's
one
not
of those
really good in the regular season. He's not that type of guy. Yeah. I agree.
One of those guys, his IQ is going to come in clutch. The same way people were complaining about Rondo last year. In the playoffs, his IQ came in clutch and he made big plays on the defensive and offensive end. That's the same thing Marc Gasol is going to do on the interior. He's going to bang with Jokic. He's going to do all that. So if the Lakers can find a way to get PJ Tucker, because they just need one more wing defender. Because Caldwell Pope's solid. You got Caruso, Horton, Tucker. They all can defend and be pesky. Schroeder can defend. You add PJ Tucker to that mix.
That's just
and there you go. Because
he can shoot the threes.
And he can shoot threes.
He can switch on bigs. He was literally their small ball big last year, the Rockets. So he can literally play 1 through 5. I love it. I love
exactly.
That. The Lakers, yeah,
exactly.
I like that. That's sleepy. I like that.
Yeah.
So,
but the Lakers just gotta figure out what they would give up to get PJ Tucker.
Right. What's your favorite spot for Andre Drummond? Who's he still hasn't played a game in like 3-4 weeks, and we got 2 weeks to the trade deadline. So, what do you think about Drummond? What's your favorite spot for him?
It's gonna have to be Boston still.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Either the Nets.
Yeah.
I've heard the Mavericks and I've also heard the Bulls, and I love both of those as well. I think that I like the Bulls a lot, and I like the Mavericks. I think the most though because while they have Kristaps and stuff, he's been injured a lot, and they don't really have
Yeah.
a big that can really like he can really lock down the paint. Really, they don't have anybody that's
Yeah.
down there just getting boards because like Kristaps is good, but he stretches out too much for me.
Yeah.
He's not in the post a lot to get the offensive rebound. So like Andre Drummond
Yeah.
could bring a whole different thing for them. And like pick and
Yeah.
rolls with Luka Doncic would be great because somebody's got to cover Doncic, and if you're too close to
True.
him, he can throw the lob. Like, yeah, Drummond, I want
That'd
him
be
to be
solid.
somewhere where he'll get good usage, just because he's on my fantasy team too. But like, also,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But the Celtics I like
But
too.
yeah.
I don't know if I like
Yeah.
him sharing minutes with
Brooklyn.
Williams.
Brooklyn's a good one. Dallas was one I didn't even think of. Because Dallas could desperately use that.
Yeah,
Dallas needs
like,
that on, but they don't give Cauley Stein enough playing time either. They got Willie Cauley Stein.
it's like they go and get these decent bigs and just never play them really. Like it was like Nerlens
Right.
Noel for a little bit, DeAndre Jordan they got in there, and like they just got out
Yeah.
of here in like a few years. So I like Andre Drummond for them. He's still fairly young, so
Yeah.
it's still one
Definitely.
of the
That's
best rebounders in the league. Like they could definitely use that.
one
But
of one of the
instead,
top rebounders.
let's talk about John Collins. So he's playing pretty decent now. He was starting off the season really good, but he's starting to fall off now. There's been some
Yeah.
trade rumors. He's really young, and he's about a 20-10 guy. He can shoot threes, play defense, pretty athletic. Where do you see
Yeah.
him? Where do you really like him on the Hawks? You think he should stay, or what team do you think he should go to if he does leave?
I mean, he's not bad on the Hawks. Like honestly, Atlanta has a lot of young pieces they could build on. I don't
They
know
have a
why
lot
they
of wings,
would.
too.
Yeah, they got Cam Reddish. They got
DeAndre Hunter, who's injured, he's been injured for a little
DeAndre
bit. He was
Hunter,
playing really well.
Kevin Herter, who could
Kevin
shoot.
Huerter. They just got who that's Sadiq Mboya or something like that. They got somebody. What's his name? Onyeka Onkongwu. Is that who it is?
Oh, the big dude.
Is that who it is? They got somebody. They got somebody.
Yeah. Like they got a lot of young players. Like
Trey
the Hawks
Young,
aren't a bad team.
Danilo, Rondo. Like they have some great pieces. I don't see why they can't
Yeah.
move John Collins. I kind of like.
It depends on what they would get in return for John Collins. Like it has to be a team that's giving them something like pretty decent.
I'd want some picks. I'd want some picks for him.
He's a free agent at the end of this year too, I think.
That's why I think you should trade him. He's gonna walk for nothing really, because I don't see them reing up on him. Clint Capella has been amazing for the Hawks.
Yeah.
He had 19 rebounds last night. That man is a beast. He had 19 rebounds on like 5 blocks, bro. Clint Capella.
I did not know that.
Clint Capella is clearly their big man for the future. Like I don't think John Collins has a space anymore on that team. So I had to pick a team for John Collins. I like the Heat.
Yeah. That's perfect. I would say the same thing now as you mentioned that.
Yeah, that's my favorite team. I like
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Just give up Duncan Robinson and something else.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Get John Collins and Bam. That's an athletic interior duo.
Yes. And then John Collins can stretch out and hit the three. And
exactly.
Bam can hit a mid range. Like
they both will dunk on you.
They
so
both
it's like,
on you, right? Exactly. I love that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So last but not least, let's talk about JaVale McGee.
That man, Shaqtin' a full MVP.
That man is rumored to be the Lakers are interested in him. That just came out a few minutes ago, actually. 17
really?
Minutes ago. The Lakers reportedly have interest in JaVale McGee. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal because he's already been there. But kind of, how do you feel about JaVale McGee returning to the Lakers?
I mean, the Lakers should bring him back because it's kind of hard for them to expect Harold to play the center when he's like what? 6'7", 6'8", but he just plays with a lot of heart.
Right. And then if he gets in foul trouble, then you got Markieff Morris, who's again undersized. So yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like JaVale McGee, that would be a solid pickup for the Lakers. I'm trying to think. Do they have but they got Damian Jones, who's actually been decent. He's athletic, he's young.
He's been pretty good.
I like Damian Jones.
You like him better than
so if not the Lakers. JaVale McGee got that championship pedigree though.
Right. I agree. He has chemistry with the team already. I like it. I don't know why they got rid of Dwight Howard, man. A lot of teams made some questionable moves over the. We didn't talk about that a lot over the summer. Just how
just questionable moves that people made.
That was just a weird move to me, and like we didn't really talk about it because even though he's playing well on the Sixers, but like he would have a bigger role in the Lakers, and like I think the Lakers really needed him instead of what they're getting right now. But I don't know. Maybe they can get JaVale or Andre or somebody like that, and they'll help out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
But nah, I feel like all the teams we've already mentioned that'd be a good fit for JaVale McGee. So like Mavericks, Boston, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Who else have we mentioned? There's all those teams. Chicago. I think you mentioned Chicago, right?
Yeah, I mentioned Chicago. Yep.
That, yeah, Chicago would be another solid one.
Yeah, because Wendell Carter.
Chicago's not bad. Chicago's playing good basketball. They're not bad.
Kobe White is a little hit or miss for me, and Wendell
Yeah.
Carter Jr. Either he's not good or he doesn't play enough games. It's one of the either he doesn't play enough games. I'll say that, but I really don't think he's that good either. I was never really a big fan of Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Or-
like Andre Drummond to the Bulls as well.
That would be a good one. Or maybe even Memphis, the Grizzlies.
Oh, and with the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson, bro, what's going on?
Is he still out?
He's like, all right. So first of all, in January, they were saying like he's gonna play. That he was like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna play like pretty soon, right? So I
Yeah.
had him on my fantasy team. It's been almost 3 months, bro. Nothing. Literally nothing. They haven't said a word about him, and he's gonna get reevaluated next week. And it's like, bro, the fantasy playoffs start in like another week or two. Like, I don't have time to wait. I literally had to drop him. Like, so I don't know what's going on with Jaren Jackson now. Like, geez.
When did he tear his meniscus? In the bubble?
I think it was like right before the bubble or something like that.
So that was almost a year ago.
Yes. Yes. Yes, bro. He should have been back by now.
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting longer. Maybe he's just giving it almost a full year. Because I know the regular season goes until like what, May this year, right?
Yeah. But it's like
So
you can't really.
yeah.
Why would you be wanting to integrate one of your
In the
star
playoffs.
players in the playoffs, literally like weeks before the playoffs, and like he'll be on a minute restriction clearly, like because he's coming off a torn meniscus. I
Yeah.
don't think he's gonna play the season. If I'm being honest, I don't think he'll play at all.
If he's not back by, I can't even say the end of March. If he's not back in the next week and a half, like 10-day range.
I can tell you he will not be back in the next 10 days.
Okay. So then
he's
yeah.
I don't see him playing this season.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Jeez, man. Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
No, that's really it. I'm excited for the second half of the season to start.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think the second half is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Odell. We're gonna talk about that on the NFL episode, of course, which I just want to give a preview of. But Cam Newton just re-upped with the Patriots. I know you saw that.
Really?
Did you see that?
No.
Cam Newton just re-upped with the Patriots, bro. Another year. You got a 1-year deal.
Bro, I don't even got an ESPN notification.
I don't know why. I get everything on my Twitter. I don't know. I follow the right pages. Yeah. Cam Newton is re-signing with the Patriots on a 1-year deal. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's surprising.
They're bringing him back. Odell.
At least he didn't sign with Washington, so I'm not tripping.
Yeah, facts. I didn't really want to see him anywhere else. I really thought that I think Cam is better than he showed himself to be last season.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just holding out hope. I like Cam a lot, but I think he has the right mentality. He has a winning mentality, and like he's just I don't know. I think he's at that point in his career where it's like the mental part more than anything else. I hope he could throw the football a little bit better because I know that we've seen him not really be able to do that. But I don't know. I'm rooting for him for sure. I like that the Patriots saw that he should get another deal. I appreciate that for sure. And then one more thing before we go, Odell. I'm just so excited because he's getting back healthy, and the Browns are like, I think the Browns are gonna get rid of him if I'm being honest. And I can see him.
Honestly, they have to.
I've been saying I want to see him on a good team with a good quarterback for so long. And somebody brought up the Packers yesterday, and I'm like, that's perfect. That is
Odell gets to the Packers with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers.
He will be a beast, bro.
Green Bay will have no excuse to not make the Super Bowl.
And they will make the Super Bowl. Odell Beckham will be a beast next year. You've heard it here first.
If he finds a way to get to the Packers, yeah.
If he's on,
I definitely got Packers Chiefs Super Bowl. Packers Chiefs.
Really? That's how you know Tom Brady? What?
Listen, the Packers lost last year by one possession, and it was questionable calls all game.
Questionable call. They should have let.
I had the Buccaneers winning, so I was like on the happier side of it. But like, if you're a Packers fan, I'll be pissed off because the refereeing was questionable.
Nah, but the coaching was questionable as well. Like, how do you not let Aaron Rodgers get that last chance? Like before you just kick it. Like that didn't make sense to me either. So I mean, that would have pissed me off absolutely. But I think next year if they get Odell Beckham or wherever Odell Beckham goes, he's gonna be a beast. But if they get Odell Beckham, wow, like they might. I think they'll be my favorite as well. If I'm being honest
Yeah,
with you, I'm so excited, bro. I love Odell Beckham so much, bro. Like
yeah.
he's a beast, bro. For real,
So we
bro.
definitely gonna see. Yeah, it's gonna be. And then Cowboys got Dak back. So yeah, the
Mhm.
NFL one's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
good one.
absolutely. But until the next episode, the NFL episode, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the God Next podcast.
Yeah,
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We appreciate all the love we get. Make sure you guys
definitely,
comment, all of that type of stuff. And until next
definitely.
time,
Yo.
peace.